Hello, hello. Hi, Cal. How you doing? How is it going? I want to just go sit in whatever Kunzite land is. I might go over into my chill out playlist because that shit is good. Oh, and actually, you know what? Okay. All right, now we have this monstrosity. I don't love, no love in them hide. Okay, I'm going to, looking at this now. Okay, right. I remember where I was at. Let me see what this is. Hello. Okay, not bad. I kind of don't. Let me try this again with a different color. Oh God, work no. I'm sorry that happened to you. But also sorry that your Celsius was just kind of mid. It was just not that great. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. Okay, so let me go a little bit darker. Yeah, it seems to have been that kind of week for people where, like, I feel like I got run over for whatever reason. Is this the best, like, scale brush? Not necessarily, but is it bad? Also, no. Okay, so now I need... Where's my dot brush? Actually, it's not in this. It's over in the Tauschen brushes. Or is that son of a bitch? It's this thing. Oh my God, Stream Elements is finally here, y'all. It finally figured it out. It did it. I just need some kind of texture on this shit because it's... Yeah, there we go. Holy shit, it was just really bad. Hydrate. I got some tea. Actually, I'm gonna do fur. Yeah, I got Wulong. Strawberry Goji Wulong. It's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of do these things. So that way these statues just don't look like shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is starting to look okay. We're alright. Oh, thanks! That would have been real silly Billy, wouldn't it? You just saved a life. It looks like I just deleted that shit out of my brain. Look, there's all sorts of line errors and shit in here. Crazy. Funny how that works. That shit's insane. Get out of there. Get out of there. Grab this. Get it in there. I really don't need to be putting this level of detail on stuff. And I think last time I said I was going to do like a lighting effect coming out of here because I feel like it's really important. And also, not gonna lie, I kind of high-key hate this texture too. This is awful. That helps a little bit, but not by much. Nope. I got that ADHD object impermanence. And it said, I don't see that with my eyeball holes. And I went, that's interesting. So you saved me. You saved a life. That'll work. I don't think people will be looking at this like really that intensely. I might do one more thing. Well, actually, we're going to do a couple of things. First, that's a kind of an ass brush, not going to lie. These concept art brushes are slowly saving my life. I'm going to do this on a new layer. I'm not going to lie, this is actually kind of elite here. Okay, we're starting to look a little bit better. Starting to look a little bit better. Let's do this. Don't look at it too hard. My favorite part about drawing these light beams is you just make something that's really uggo looking and then you're like, shh, he's beautiful. And then you just have to kind of like let it do whatever the hell it's gonna do, you know? God, he's horrifying. God, this is such a good song. Holy shit. I wish I could go be where, whatever this funky ass sound is, I want to go inhabit the zone that it lives in. Like, whatever plane this is, I want to go, sit in that. That would be ideal and preferable. Okay! Alright, so after literally 40,000 years, we're finally done with the fucking background. Oh my god. That was crazy. Alright. Okay, I have to draw my little shrimp man, though. This is going to be very important to me. Little shrimp man. I'm thinking about actually just making him a little shrimp. Like, in all actuality. I kind of want, like... I don't know how shrimp mouth parts work. We're just gonna kind of rough in a shrimp. I'm not gonna really think about this super hard, and if anybody wants to come into my comments being like, that's not how shrimps work, I'm gonna be like, well, you tell that to this guy. This is looking kind of like a Birdman. It'll make sense. It'll make sense. Let me look at a shrimp head, actually. This would help. It would help to actually just, you know, if you have questions about how shrimps work, just to kind of look at the fucking shrimp, you know what I'm saying? Oh, actually, what I had in my brain actually looks like what I imagined. Okay, so actually, never mind. We were going in the right direction. We're gonna get rid of whatever the hell this is. Effectively, he's just a bug. You know what I'm saying? He's just a bug. And then we're gonna do that. We're gonna have this thing like this, and then we're gonna have this big ass I could have just made this a Let me think about it. Because how badly do I want to draw this shrimp? Not very much, not very much. Date syrup tastes a lot like root beer to me. That makes sense, though. I can kind of see where you're getting that from, because it's like the molassesy-like flavor. I'm gonna look up a Kajinka shrimp and see what people have done with these shrimps. Oh, actually, I found it. I found the answer. Okay, so we're gonna do some kind of funky stuff, I think. I'm gonna do kind of an undercut on this little dude. But also, though, I am going to do the shrimp antennae because that's important. And then he's also gonna have a Fu Manchu because I can't be stopped. Actually, I am kind of the devil, and I will put this shrimp in a Fu Manchu, and nobody can stop me. It's not my fault that the Fu Manchu looks like a shrimp face. I don't know why I'm like this. I need to not suck, yeah? I'm gonna actually do kind of a sharper nose. Hold on. This is why we do concept art for stuff before we do stuff, but also, too, no one can stop me. I literally can't be told what to do, so... I feel... shrimp. Shrimp head. Let me look at the shrimp again. They do got really weird little face skills, man, or face hairs. Yeah, I'm just gonna give this guy the most ridiculous fucking... The most ridiculous little thing of all time. Hold on. These are so funny, though. I don't know why shrimp are made like this. This Shrimp Man is indeed canon to Journey to the West. Dragons historically have shrimp butlers. That is actually like real. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now let's see here. I need to give him some shrimp-like armor here, I think. And also, he's gonna have shrimp claw hands. It's very important. Let's see, I gotta, like, kind of make this, like, insectoid, and I think I'm just gonna have him have mitten hands. Does that make sense? Actually, I don't know. It just seems right. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna give him a little mitt, and this is like behind the dragon. I'm gonna have to erase out like everything that goes behind this statue here, but that's okay. Don't you just love it? Yeah, I need this man to look like a little shrimp hybrid. He's gotta have the right vibe. Yeah. I need this to be simple as possible because I sure as hell am not going to suffer and draw this crazy shrimp guy multiple pages. So we're going to try and simplify this down as much as humanly possible. Shrimp man, shrimp man, shrimp man, shrimp guy, shrimp dude, shrimp, 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 shrimp. Is that the... Yeah, I don't even need to draw this lower half because it's behind the dragon. I'm just gonna go like this, and we'll figure that out when we get there. Shrimp, and then hold on. I need... He's gonna have a shrimp tail. Shrimp. Okay, so that'll make sense once we get over there. When we actually see him from behind, it'll make sense. Okay. That could have been significantly worse, actually. I don't know how his shrimp thumb is gonna work. He's fine. I am trying to not feel guilty for talking to my mom on the phone today instead of answering emails for my job because I actively would rather light myself on fire than answer Pubvendo emails. Oh my god. Lord. Oh my lord. Okay, Shrimp Man. I realize, actually, you know what? Wait a second, I made a mistake. I'm a dumbass. Hold on. We're actually not going to do that. Never mind. I'm dumb. This is going to make this way harder for me for no reason to do it that way. Never mind. I need to have him looking down so he doesn't wipe out when he lands. That's how that works, right? I just want to go play games and lay down. Y'all, I'm so stressed out about moving that, like, I just am not sleeping. And it's starting to get real bad. I need some funk. I need to not listen to sad metal. That's gonna make me sad. Let me go find a funky tune. Jon Bellion will save me. John! I'm just very tired. Tazu's been hiding in the closet. I think he's very upset. And I do feel low-key kind of bad. This actually needs to be rotated the other direction. Hold on, I got it. I'm going to hinge it right at this point. That's better. Yeah, I'm just like, my brain cells are barely rubbing together. And I feel bad. I wish that this wasn't such an intensive process. I also been trying to kind of like... I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen when I get a full-time job in Canada. Because if I do, my streaming schedule is going to change pretty dramatically, and unfortunately that may mean that I have to drop certain projects, and I'm not really sure what that's going to be, because I acknowledge that if I drop Heaven's Equal, I will literally be 80,000 years old when the project is done. So I'm like, what goes? Yes, let me throw that in there. Whoop! It's in the queue. Hi, Caro. Welcome back. Good job being a responsible human. You are more responsible than me. I can do anything. I am a kid again. I am slowly dying. Yeah, I don't want to answer emails. I just would really much rather to not, you know? I just would rather not. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to. All right, y'all. What's the strategy? What is the strategy for being willing to do literally anything but the task that I need? But the task is also giving me anxiety because I need to get it done, and I don't want my boss to be mad at me. What do I do? No, I can't. I can't do it while streaming because it's like it contains like private client information and stuff. I unfortunately cannot do that. And also a lot of it is like grading as well, and that's like confidential student information. Oh, screaming. Hmm. Um, I think that would be doable, but I don't know if it would help. I think it would certainly be a choice. I think it would definitely do something. I'm not sure if that would be a positive thing, but it would do something. Where is the hole? Is it right there? Son of a gun. Wait. There's a hole somewhere. Oh, right there. Son of a gun. I can't forget that he has that shirt around his waist. He's got Tiger's shirt tucked into his jacket, and I can't forget that shit. Okay, so first... This is fine. Yeah, just these... Well, I'm going to grade the illustration students today. That probably will help a little bit, because, like, I recognize that my main problem is with the game art students. It's, like, physically painful. And most of the time it's because they're overwhelmed. Like, I had a student jump into a meeting with me yesterday, and, like, literally within 20 minutes, I just taught him how to paint, and he was like, oh, cool, thanks, and then it was fine. Everything was fine. Everything was chill at that point, you know? And it's like, that's cool. But other people, I'm concerned. And then there's, like, I kind of am to the point where it's like, I just don't give a shit anymore. This is why I think a lot of teachers quit after, like, 2 years, where it's like... you just see so much stupid shit and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna let evolution claim you. And if that's what has to happen. Oh God, no mood, Caro. So what that sounds like, and this is of course, like, you're more than welcome to do what you like to cope with this, but it sounds like you're burnt out. And what that means from like a chemical standpoint is that your brain has expended all of the necessary chemicals that it needs to be able to do stuff. And so for humans, that's like things like adrenaline and cortisol. It's they're often framed as like bad chemicals, but the problem that happens when you have like chronic anxiety, like I do in my case, or PTSD, your brain will pump out too much adrenaline and too much cortisol. And cortisol is used even for things like making you wake up in the morning, right? Like your body increases cortisol production right before you wake up. And if you have, unfortunately, chronic anxiety, like this morning, for example, I woke up just shaking because my body doesn't understand that it's like, I'm not going to die, right? I'm not going to immediately die. So the best tip that I have to help with that is to actually just stop. Like, you have to force yourself to sit down, and maybe not the whole day, but at least for like a couple of hours, just like don't do anything while your body re-ups the hormones. So your body will then continue to produce the cortisol, the adrenaline, rebalance all of those hormones. But if you continue, it's like running a car with gasoline and you're out of gas, right? You have to stop the car in order for the gas to refill. So that would be my advice. Other things that naturally rebalance, like cortisol or other hormones, is, yes, basically allow yourself to get bored. Exactly. Yes. And you can also do relaxing activities as well that are like low stress on your brain, because it's almost like, another good example is like if you tear a muscle because you're doing something athletic, right? Like if you're an athlete and you're playing a sport and you push and push and push, you then tear your muscle because you've worked it too hard. Hormones and your nervous system are the same thing, where you just overworked it, right? So an athlete would ice their muscle or take a break and relax and sit down. The same thing is true for your nervous system and for the chemicals that run it. So doing relaxing activities like taking baths, also like doing yoga, or even just gentle stretching if you don't like yoga, or even watching a comfort show or playing a comfort game. So not something that's like super competitive or super stressful. So I would stay away from like anything that is like pretty intensely like critical thinking reliant, and just like play something that you can lose yourself in, like The Sims, or to some extent like Pokemon, gentle puzzle games, Stardew Valley, Minecraft, like those kinds of things that are just really really gentle. That can help. And then also to drink tea. Tea has a lot of amazing things in it that will help rebalance your brain in that way. But also, it's super important to stay off of social media platforms like TikTok, because the dopamine scrolling that happens can also aggravate those chemicals in your brain as well. So if you want to watch social media stuff, opt for like long form videos, watching documentaries, or like National Geographic videos of animals, like those kinds of things can help. But yeah, you effectively have to like, or yeah, Witcher's actually great. That's not a bad thing at all. Like jump into a game that's like a very long format game. Like I've been doing Assassin's Creed Valhalla for the last like 3 weeks, because you can just literally lose yourself in the open world map. And I'm not doing anything intensive. I'm not going and following the story or anything. I'm literally just running around collecting chests, because that's just enough dopamine for my brain to be like, wow, a chest. And then that's it. There's no other content there, So they call that adrenal fatigue, is the like the medical term for it. So let me see. There's got to be other foods that are good for adrenal fatigue. It's stuff with a lot of adaptogens. How to fix adrenal fatigue? Water, drinking lots of water. And the most important thing, of course, too, is if you can go to sleep. That's huge. But eating little snacks, eat some nuts. Those are apparently pretty good. Avoid things with high caffeine, alcohol, or high sugar. And Best tea for it is apparently ginseng or magnesium. Yeah, Jace takes a magnesium supplement for his nervous system, so that makes sense. But yeah, so in other words, just laying the fuck down can help. But yeah, I've been dealing with that to like the nth degree lately. It's been really, really bad. So I totally understand where you're coming from. That's kind of where I'm at today, really, is it's like I know that I have to do these this damn grading, and it's like I'm so burnt out over it that I'm like, yeah, ginseng tea is so good for you. It's an amazing root. Like overall, ginseng it has a lot of vitamin C in it, I think. Let's see. Sometimes it can taste like a foot. But it's also an inflammation reducer too. Yeah, crazy. There's apparently a chemical in ginseng that's literally called ginsenosides. And it helps protect your neurons. So that's really cool. So point being is, yeah, if your nervous system is overloaded, ginseng is like the number one. There's a reason Korea, I think, is so like, I don't know, like Korean red ginseng is like one of the most purchased supplements in Asia because they were like, this shit is actually like super, super good for you, and they load up on it all the time, which makes a lot of sense. I understand. I should also get some ginseng tea because I don't have anything with ginseng in it. But in a pinch, like green tea will do. It'll work. But yeah, I get you. It's hard because I know for me, I've been having a lot of trouble trying to figure out if I want to like ask my boss for time off. But then I'm constantly in that spot where it's like, well, you know, in literally 2 weeks, I'm going to be moving and I'm going to have like a week or two off. So why would I ask for that now? And I still want to make money because money's important. You know, it's like it's a weird spot to be in. It ain't good. Not a fan of that, to be honest. Well, you know that moment when it like massively overextends? That's okay. Ooh, yeah, chamomile's that's an amazing one for your nervous system. Lemon balm also just tastes amazing too. I love lemon balm. Yeah, good choices. That sounds so good. We were growing lemon balm for a while. Yo, I gotta watch out for this because if I'm not careful, this is gonna make this sleeve look weird and rankly. And like an arm, I don't want to do that, so we're gonna go with like a lighter color instead, like that. There we go. Okay, so now I need to go and I guess I'm gonna duplicate this so that way I don't have anything weird happen. Merge this together. We're gonna reduce the opacity. God, now I just want some really good tea. I'm very excited to move to Vancouver and be near this place. It's called Treasure Green, and it's a Chinese-run tea shop that is just, it's exceptional. Their tea quality is so high. It's definitely like artisanal tea, but they specialize in oolong teas. And I'm very stoked to be able to go and get like, that is not what I wanted, and go and get good oolong tea. I'm stoked. But yeah, my main puzzle that I've been working through, and like me and some friends were talking about it last night, where I think working from home is starting to become a problem because my brain, like when you go to work at a physical workplace, your brain associates the workplace with work, right? You go to work and you do work over there, right? And that's kind of how that goes. And then when you come home, you're home. So you have workplace and you have home place. But in my case, I don't have like the separation between those two things. So it's like my brain doesn't know it doesn't know when work is done. And so I've been having this problem where it's like I'm just activated like 24/7. And I do think that it's because my brain, it doesn't, it's when I'm sitting on the couch and I'm playing games and stuff, it's going, oh well, no, we are in the apartment, so that means we need to do work. And it's like, well, no, we're done. So my brain's ability to turn that off and kind of switch modes has suddenly become less effective. So I'm hoping that that'll get better when I go and apply for like a regular job, question mark. But I'm also trying really hard to not like go and apply to like a job, for example, because I'm desperate. So there's a lot of interesting pieces to this puzzle, and I'm not really sure what the best solution is. It is difficult. So far, I haven't gotten rejected from the EA concept art position yet, and I'm kind of losing my mind over it. That's pretty crazy. This is the longest I've lasted in an EA pool, and I'm not sure if it's just because a million people applied to the position and they have to sort through like 40,000 applications, or if it's because I'm actually like maybe gonna make it. I don't know. I don't know what the answers to that are. But it would be heckin' cool if I just like... This is a little green. I need to open up another... Damn magic headband. Causing problems. Because that would have been massively the wrong color. So I probably need to do some research. I'm going to look up the best ways to like... Because it might be just as simple as like I need to have like a daily ritual where I like close stuff and then I'm just like done, right? Because it's to the point where it's like I can't even really play games on my computer because my brain so deeply associates this space with work. You know, it's like... And then also, too, part of my work is doing shit that's fun. So then that gets difficult, too, where it's like, well, what happens when your work is, like, fun stuff like this, you know? And this should be fun, and then suddenly my brain is like, this isn't fun anymore! And I'm like, oh. Oh. I was definitely not supposed to, like, color this entire page, but I feel like it would have not been... I would have been like, this looks funny if I hadn't just, like, colored it right out the gate. Normally I do all the line art first, and then I color. It's like, this is not the way that that was supposed to go. But that's fine. Sometimes that shit just kind of works out like that. I'm so lazy, y'all. Fuck doing this manually. I do this because I can. I am a monster. 19. Wait, what is this? What the hell is that? You know what? I'm just gonna make this a new layer over here because... And actually, you know what? Maybe I'm the most lazy of all time and I actually am not gonna make it a new layer. And I'm just gonna... We're just gonna go like this. Because nobody can stop me. Although... Maybe they can. Hold on, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna see if this changes the color of this shit, because I don't want this to be green. Hold on. Yep, I need to do that. Otherwise that becomes green, and that's not what I want. Okay, well that was unnecessary. Oh, but wait. Hold on. Where is the fish? Shrimp? Shrimp? I think I may have No, there he is. Wait. No. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna think about it too hard though. Oh, there we go. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta time to close it. We're done. We're done. We're done. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, now I gotta do more research. I would rather not have to draw this. Okay, so this is the problem. Is that I picked the weirdest angle of all time for this shot. And I don't know why I did this to myself. I fucked up. Problems decompressing when collected. Oh, I guess I have the... Never mind, we're okay. Past me thought about this. Past me was like, we're not doing this. Past me knew what was up. Okay, so this is gonna kind of suck. But let me actually, we're gonna get this angle correct here. So I'm gonna go ahead and... This is not perfect because this model rotation ended up not being perfect, which is fine. But we're gonna roughly eyeball it. Roughly put that in. And then we're just gonna kind of get this going here. Oh my lord. Get that going there like that. Then we're gonna flip the other direction. I just don't wanna, I don't wanna draw. I'm gonna do that actually at like a flat angle. Interesting. Is this perfect? No. But is anybody gonna care? Probably also no. Oh, no. This is what I get for wanting to have cool backgrounds. People are going to be like, why was Heaven's Equal Chapter 13 delayed? And I'm going to be like, literally the outside of the Dragon Palace. Actually, no joke, this one thing. was so cursed. Don't think about it too hard, and it's not really a problem, but like low-key kind of problematic. Did I eyeball most of it? Yes. Is anybody gonna know? Probably not. I'm gonna end up having to do the same thing with Guan Yin's fucking palace anyway. Damn Ming Dynasty palaces. Unless I can get like a Ming Dynasty palace from the outside and I pull the like Little Mermaid method, which is like you only have the palace from the front from very, very, very far away, and you just kind of like pray that it doesn't like, you just don't look at it hard enough, you know? Just kind of let it happen. But maybe put some fish up there. I feel like some fishes would be cool. I don't have any idea what that is. I'm gonna go with just like a wall. And we're gonna put some bricks on it, okay? That's what's gonna happen. Oh, almost. I actually need to match the perspective on my perspective grid here rather than trusting the reference, and that's okay. All right, so that'll be good enough, and that should be fine. I don't think people are going to be upset. I'm going to maybe put some like corals or something, or some fish or something over there, and I think that should be okay. Everybody should hydrate. I actually have not been drinking that much liquid, so let me just drink this tea really quick. Nim, 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 nim. I actually high-key hate this goji berry oolong. It's ass. It's so bad. It's something about the, there's like too much tannins in the goji berry or something, but I'm trying to get through it because I'm like, if I can just power through and then just drink it all before we leave for Canada, I don't have to fucking worry about it ever again. Cool, and now I don't have to worry about his like weird little fucking floaty hair because he's not swimming anymore. Wow. La 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 la. What is that one TikTok audio where it's just like that person being like la 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 and then they're screaming? That's me today. People are like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, actually don't even really have to like deal with that too bad. I love it when shit just kind of works out, you know what I'm saying?" I'm probably going to be changing a lot of dialogue from the script on these pages because I need to be able to foreshadow future events better, more effectively. Because we're still working on effectively the first draft of this script. And with comics, it's not so imperative that your script is like 100% foolproof because you're not really working with unlike prose, you're not working with big descriptions or things like that. And so as long as your dialogue is good, you're good to go. But I also have to really consider like story and how that's coming into play, or what future chapters will look like. So, really important. So I'm going to probably end up changing some dialogue here, because I didn't really know where the comic was going to go when I was working on it at this point. And that's okay. Wow, look at that fucked up finger. I'm not going to worry about it. This panel is so tiny, I don't even have to worry about it. I don't even have to... It can be a little uggo, and that's okay. I don't even care. I don't even care. Actually, let me focus on the... I wonder if people notice that my Mamian pleating is, like, accurate. Or not in some cases. In most cases, actually. People are, like, looking at my Mamian being like, fucking asshole. Mamian going the wrong direction. I'm like, don't look at it. Literally just don't look at it. Look the other way. Yeah, so I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm in a weird spot today. I recognize too that it's also like my almost end of the week. Like today is effectively my Thursday, so by the time I get to this day, I'm like, oh, and I'm like a little old man just like dragging myself into a coffin. Like, all right, shrimp man. I'm like, what did you even look like? I don't remember, because I drew you 2 pages ago, and now I have no idea what is going on. And by 2 pages ago, I mean it was literally like the last panel. I just got done drawing the shrimp. Who knows? Who fucking knows? All right. This guy suddenly has friar hair. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm not even gonna. Well, the Invader Zim. To be fair, actually, now that I think about it, I'm like, Invader Zim actually kind of does look like a shrimp. He's got those little antennas. I get it. I understand. Ming Dynasty basic armor. It looks kind of accurate, but mostly it's not. If nobody knew, it would be just fine. But people are gonna look at this and question the authenticity. Because to be honest, it's kind of bad. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Sometimes I make shit that's kind of bad. And that's alright. Okay, I gotta think about this guy's shrimp bits. Shrimp bit. He's got a shrimp mitt. Shrimp mint. Shrimp Shrimp hand. Okay, and then I gotta draw the fucking shrimp tail from behind now. Now that people will... Here, I don't need this anymore. People will actually be able to, like, see the shit, so that's cool. This is the closest I'm gonna get to drawing a furry for this, guys. Shrimp, shrimp, bad shrimp. Okay, this needs to move. What do I need? More than anyone else. I'm already me. That's good enough for you, so who the fuck am I trying to please? Shrimp! Right where I belong. Gotta watch out, otherwise Dodgy's gonna make me cry on a Thursday. Dottie will fuck me up. She's away soon as I hold you. I'm gonna give this guy shrimp legs, I think. Shrimp legs, shrimp legs, shrimp legs. What do I want? What do I need? Myself more than anyone else. Already me. That's good enough for you. So who the fuck am I trying to be? Belong, my little family. Okay, tiny little shrimp foot. Tiny little shrimp foot. It's a teeny weeny tiny little shrimp foot. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of going for it. That's fine. Nobody'll know. Nobody'll know. That is a convincing shrimp if I do say so myself. That is a reasonable shrimp. Yeah, that's a reasonable shrimp. Oh, wait. Reasonable shrimp. He's going to be on screen for 2 seconds, and I need to not worry about it so bad. Truly an adequate shrimp. Shrimp. I wonder what this guy's name is. I want to know what his story is. His friends call him Bao Bao. Because he's just that nice. He's a new intern. I can't. He just graduated from Shrimp College. Okay. Now, I need to do more research on the inside of what this place is going to look like. I wonder... Okay, so this is called... I'm going to go like a reception room. Reception hall of Fu. Well, this is fine and everything, but unfortunately, all of these things are, like, this is a restaurant. You know, and I do imagine that, of course, this was how this was, right? You have your reception hall lined up, and you have servants serving you. This guy is the head manager of staff, right? So this is cool. This is a cool historic recreation of a banquet hall. But let me do some better research here. Rooms of a Ming Dynasty palace. Let's see if we can find, like, a map. Jesus Christ, there's 8,000 to 9,000 rooms. You have outer court, which is for state ceremonies, and then inner court. So we don't need inner court. Okay, this is a banquet room. Let's see. Maybe it's tricky because these guys are just... Actually, I'm going to stick with it. These guys are described as having palaces. So I'm going to stick with the assumption that these guys would have a palace. They're wealthy enough for that. So let me look up the Fengtian Gate. Tian Gate. What does that look like? Because it probably would be an outer area. Okay, but then maybe standing back there. So actually, this is not what I'm looking for. Because we're not talking like, I need to figure out, like, because I don't know enough, like, research about, like, Ming Dynasty court life. So I want to avoid a banquet room like this, but I also want to avoid a throne like this. This is hard. Okay, maybe instead... Because this is technically Ao Guang's palace. Okay, so this is cool. Okay, this is probably the best reference that I'm going to get. It's either going to be this or it's going to be a garden gazebo, but they went inside, so I'm going to go with they're in a study. So let me first start with the background here. Because I do need to have some degree of, like, at least relative historical accuracy. So we're going to say that this guy, let me go, Ming Dynasty chair. I need to simplify these pieces of furniture down as much as humanly possible because, oh, these chairs were cool. Oh my god, these chairs have lower lumbar support. God damn. honestly, like certain pieces of engineering always blow my mind because it's like fucking Westerners are over here literally breaking their back, and meanwhile Ming Dynasty chairs have literally lower lumbar support. That's crazy. We suck. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's see. I really need this chair from behind, but I'm just gonna have to kind of guess, unfortunately. This is like a pretty accurate, this is like a more, I'm looking at a more modernized Ming Dynasty style wooden chair, but this is gonna have to do because, oh, this is like with a sloped back, crazy. I'm gonna just have to, what are we rotated at? -2. So let me make sure that I can do this, but the front legs are straight. That's crazy. Just a little bit of rotation here. And if I were being, you know, kind to myself, I would not do an angled leg, but I really want to be able to capture the amazing, like, construction of this chair. Wow. Okay, so a lot of these backs on other Ming Dynasty chairs, though, are straight. So I'm going to be kind to myself, and we're going to do a straight chair. But we can do... Oh, that's actually kind of a wide chair. They're here for comfort. I want somebody who knows their Chinese history to look at this and go, oh, that's a Ming Dynasty chair. Like, that's my goal. That's the goal here. I've had people shit on me in comments of YouTube videos for, like, being like, yet another white person adapts, you know, a Chinese classic. And it's like, I don't know how to tell you guys that I'm like, I'm so uninterested in, like, whiteifying this shit, like, whitewashing the shit out of it. I'm so invested in learning about Chinese architecture and art styles because I think it's just so, they're, like, it's amazing. So the last thing that I want is to... I'm going to make this straight. I recognize that this would not be straight. But, like, the last thing that I want is to, yeah, whitewash the shit out of this. I don't think people understand, like, how many hours of research I've put into this fucking thing. But, of course, people like to talk a lot of shit without actually reading the comic, so there's also that. People like to do that shit a lot. Oh, interesting. Hold on, this actually is going to go like this. I need to look at the construction of this chair. It's actually a really wide chair. That's really cool. I would love to sit in one of these. I have many questions. This chair looks comfy as shit. All right, so that's a pretty simple chair, all things considered. Hi, Goose. How you doing? It's good to see you. I'm actually just gonna do this like this. He'll be fine. I'm gonna do this on a new layer. And then I'm gonna just kind of... Thankfully, these desks are actually relatively simple. I'm gonna try really hard to not, like, ruin my own life with this. Speaking of lumbar support, everybody should sit up. I love how we're coming up with a backstory for this shrimp, though. That's canon now, Caro. That shrimp was a software engineer, and then he had to join the military. He's kind of upset. He feels like he's wasting his life. His mom has yelled at him about it. She's like, you should have gone into military strategy or gone to business school. He's like, but Mom, I want to live my dream. And then they're just like yelling at each other. Ooh, also get some snacks. I'm going to grab some pub mix and munch on that for a second. Thank you for that self-care combo, Caro. I appreciate it. We missed you, Goose. Okay, so I'm going to do just a little bit of perspective here. Now I need a Chinese tea set for this. Okay, so I'm going to go in and erase the middle. All of my thoughts take me out. Okay, and then of course the guy's going to be sitting there, so it's not really going to be that crazy, I don't think. I'm going to assume that they already did the tea ceremony. So I'm just going to draw on the actual, like... Oh, let me see. You know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm lazy. You're about to witness some shit. Now that I know that these Photoshop tools exist, I'm not even mad about it. Go! Why is it like this? It hates doing the background select for inanimate objects. My god. It hates it so much. God, this pub mix is so good. Yum, yum, yum. If you guys have the option to get the, like, Utz pub mix from Target, do it. Oh, I love how it just automatically flattened it into perspective. Guys. Sometimes I wonder. Hydrate! Everybody should also drink some Wawa. Maybe I can get through this tea. Yeah, this is an incredible tool. It is technically AI assisted. I will put a big asterisk on that. So it's using an internalized, like, AI, like, computational engine, so it's not generative. But it's an insane tool. I think it's being mostly used by, like, product photographers. So, like, let's say you were selling this tea set and you needed it from a different angle. It can effectively imagine what that thing would look like from a different angle, which is fine, but I wouldn't use it all the time. Sometimes it results in, like, really fucked up geometry. It doesn't quite know what it's looking at. But I do imagine a future where if somebody was like, oh fuck, I forgot to photograph the bag from the side, you could probably get it to do that. So pretty useful in that way. But it also, like, this layer is like a massive layer. It's... Yeah, like, this is just freaking out. It is useful if you don't want to draw props over and over again. But the computational power needed for it is high-key insane. And I only use it for shit like this. I've been using it more often, though. It's kind of one of those things. I've been liking the way that people have been talking about certain, like, AI-assisted tools where it's pretty much like a given if it's... They call it, like, if it's used for efficiency gains. So, in other words, like, what I just did where it's like, okay, I need a reference image, but I don't have the time to go and find something or go find a T-set and get it from the right angle. This makes it faster to find the correct reference, but I'm not using it to generate me an image of a teapot. So the actual generation of the teapot is a no-no, but like rotating it in this way is probably okay. You know, so I'm glad that people are, I think, becoming a little bit more open to talk about that specifically. But people are still very angry. I'm scared. I don't like being on the internet. The internet stresses me out. I'm done watching people fight over stuff that they don't get, you know? It's like, it's just hard. I'm just a tired old man, you know? Let me just draw this way. It's probably not going to be that large of a room. I might end this here and kind of... Do I want to bisect Wukong with this? No, I don't. Actually, I don't. Joke's on you. Yeah, I wish companies like Adobe were putting more effort into developing tools like this, where it's like, oh, actually, this is useful. Like, this is something that I can use in my artistic process, versus, would you like me to AI generate you a fucking eldritch monstrosity? I'm like, no. Nobody said that we wanted that. Literally, everyone collectively was like, we don't want that. And then Adobe was like, but what if I took all of these stock images and just did that? It's like, no. No. We told you we did not want that, bro. You had one job, and it was to not make an eldritch monstrosity. By using all of our drinking water. Yeah, because this tool is baked into Photoshop, right? It uses your own GPU to do that specific thing. It's not like connecting to an AI data server. You know what I'm saying? So does it make it a render hog of a tool? Absolutely. But is it ChatGPTing the ChatGPT? It is not. I want to put this down lower. I'm going to just duplicate this window over because I am also lazy as hell. Why do I do this to myself, y'all? I'm like, I'm going to make this thing, and then I have to draw historically accurate furniture. I don't know why I do this to myself. I don't have a background team. This is going to be a highly simplified window. I do feel kind of bad. This is not the most elegant simplification of this window, but... that'll do. That'll do. It gets it across. Why is Wukong the tallest fucking person in this entire area? Actually, I think Alping is larger, like taller than him. Was just saying a lot. But I wanted the Dragon Princess to have, like, I don't know, presents. Don't tell anybody, but I'm actually just using the Sakita base model for Alping. And Sakita is indeed tall as fuck. So there's that. I don't think I'm gonna do a lot of detail on like the wall scroll here. Like obviously it's behind the shrimp, so I don't really have to worry about that, but like I think later on I'm not even gonna worry about it either. I think we need like a jar. Like a vase. I'm gonna go with like a tasteful vase, you know? I need like a big ol' vase. My brain feels like it's filled with bees, y'all. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Shoot! Ugh! And then also there's like a million wildfires here in Colorado, so everything is burning. Shoot! And my allergies are going crazy. So we need some tasteful scrolls. Shoot! Ugh, why? Did they have pretty tasteful rugs? It looks like they did. They had some nice rugs. We're gonna put down some rugs, I think. Help! Yeah, see, every time I click back onto the T layer, it's like, oh my god. Actually, just kidding. We're gonna do this, this rug over here. Oh, you know, sometimes my, like, eyeball for perspective is really good. And sometimes it's not. In this case, that was one of those ones where I kind of just fucked it up. This'll work. So now, effectively, I gotta delete this object rotate layer because it uses up so much GPU that it's like, it's not worth it. Not worth it. Yeah, the smoke is in my eyeballs, and everything is itchy, and I am in pain. And it makes me sad. Okay, now I need to remember what the hell I drew this man in, because I don't remember. To be honest, I have no idea. Let me go get rid of... Oh, I'm gonna need that to stay open. This can get closed now. Wait, maybe not. Okay, if I overload my computer with the amount of Photoshop documents open, you all know what happened to me. If Photoshop and or the stream crashes, you know what happened. I've created a prison of my own making. Hold the phone. I'm gonna flip this direction. So that way I can have these be more accurate. Sure. Flip back. Oh my god, everything about this is freaking it out. It's having a heart attack. Sure. He's got the world's most dramatic shoulder pads. Actually, they could be worse, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm just gonna have these go down. He was just enjoying his tea time. Sure. Sure. Where's the edge of the chair? I need to actually take this into consideration when working on this here. I'm probably going to just... I'm going to go ahead and do this and then we'll erase away. Okay, this is a little bit intense, but I promise it'll make sense. I'm going to assume he is also in the Ming Dynasty shoes. We're going to put him in the military boots because this guy is indeed a military dude. That's what they do. They do military shit. Surprise, surprise. Oh, God. That's a bad boot. But I'm going to do his shoes in... Well, no, I'll do them in black still. Alright, this is fine. Yeah, sure. And then I'm going to have to erase everything. This will make sense, I promise. It looks silly right now, but it'll go. What if I just, like, T-posed and then levitated off the planet? Oh, this is not what I wanted. Actually, I realized, too, I'm low-key a dumbass, but I'll fix it. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I am dumb as shit. I am just dumb. I did not think about how this worked. But that's okay. I got it. We got it figured out. We got it figured out. He's got a floaty chair. He's also got a butt, just in case anybody was wondering. Just in case anybody needed to know, he does indeed have a booty. A booty for your thoughts. A Dale Chabooty. Okay. So now I'm going to go over here. Reduce the opacity so that I can... Oh my god. I wish to have this level of lumbar support in a chair. I just want to go sit somewhere really quiet and, like, remember what it is to be a human with, like, not this degree of stress, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would just be really cool to remember what it is to have a functioning nervous system. Be pretty sick. I think about that sometimes. Hello? Amigo. Okay. That line doesn't matter so much because there's a massive tangent there, but we're not going to think about it. Okay, pretty good. I'll take it. All right, shrimp guy. Shrimp guy, shrimp guy. I think this is the last page that this shrimp man is on. So we don't get to see him for very long, but I respect him. Okay, he's got a little waistband, little sash, little sasharoni. Look at that. He's being very official. Shrimp Man will be missed. I agree, though. Actually, I do kind of like Shrimp Man. Maybe he'll make a reappearance. I ate a bunch of shrimp yesterday as well, so I do feel low-key kind of bad for, you know, sacrificing the shrimp man. I actually need to go more like this. Dishonor on... Oh, and actually, the perspective is not that great. Hold on. Wait. We can fix this. Better-ish. I need this to not do that as dramatically, though. Shrimp. 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 I love, like, Ming Dynasty armor. It's just very cool. It's got such an iconic, like, set of shapes to it. Bitten by Aphrodite, Psyche was falling apart. Now I'm inside for a long time. Base bar stuck on quick time, and I lost a friend to a sick mind. Oh, Lord. Okay, so now we suffer. Now we draw the shrimp legs. Shrimp legs, shrimp legs, shrimp legs. Okay, hopefully this doesn't suck, but we'll go for it. These are effectively like tiny little high heels. I don't know why in my brain I was like, this is fine. He's beautiful. He's wonderful. Don't think about the shrimp. Don't think about it. No one will know. He's just got little heels. He's gotta go to work with his little shrimp feet. Hydrate. Cal, I'd like to let you know that you are one of the only people single-handedly keeping me alive. Thank you for that self-care combo. Everybody drink some water, stretch, and sit up straight. We may be drawing a shrimp, but we won't shrimp. I am truly... I want to get a shirt that just says mentally unwell Chia Pet on it, and then it's an arrow that points up at the person wearing the shirt. I'll be like, this me. I'll worry about that in a second. We'll get... Why does he stand like that? This is fucking... Oh, do not forget to snacky. Thank you. I actually have my Utz pub mix right next to me, and I'm just kind of slowly eating the bread. Num num num. Pub mix is amazing. So good. The little rye chips are really just like... It's just everything to me. I want to make a tangent on accident there. That's where I am to find who you are. I wonder if this is how the people who work at Disney feel about drawing like Disney princesses, where you just do it so fucking much that eventually, like, if someone was like, draw like Aurora blindfolded, you'd be like, alright, I got it, and then you could just fucking do that. I understand. I'm to that point. It's a little high. And to that end, then I guess Wukong is a Disney princess is really the conclusion we must make. By that logic. Actually, this is still too small for me to care. Actually, I need to be very careful. Y'all, I wish I was just moved already. Boop. Beep. This would be so much faster if I didn't care about line quality. But I'm a little asshole. And if I look at it and it doesn't have decent line quality, I'm not going to be able to do it. love it when getting rid of lines is easy. Oh my god. That's all I gotta say. We're here. We made it. We made it. I like how all Bing's gonna be just like, nice hat. Like... Congrats. That looks like it hurts really bad. That looks like that sucks, bro. Okay, let me line this up. And I'm not gonna do, like, the most bricks. I'm gonna actually make this kind of larger. I wish that I had, like, a cobblestone brush instead. Because I don't believe that the Chinese relied on bricks, but let me double check. Oh, never mind. Yes, they did. It's Qin Dynasty. They used bricks, so never mind. We're okay. This is a little bit... No, it's alright. It's alright. And actually, maybe... Maybe it's because I don't want something so structured. Let me instead... Why would you not select the pebble brush for me, man? This just is going to give it a more natural, like, hewn stone texture, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, it's because I selected that for the eraser tool. That'll do it. Okay, so let me go in here to with rock. Grab this a little bit so that way we can have some quick rock texture and not worry about it. Just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? That's probably fine. Oh, you know what would be cool? If I didn't forget the wall in between, like, Wukong's arm. That'd be probably pretty neat. That would be really, really cool there. If I can finish this page today, I'm probably going to, since this is, like, taking me this long, if I finish this page, I likely will just dip for the day and then come back and start the fresh page tomorrow. But we're making it happen. And that's really what matters, you know? My parents were supposed to come up today, but then my mom decided she didn't want to, and I'm kind of, like, glad. Because I'm a little stressed out because I'm really busy. And sometimes that's just the way it goes. Sometimes I move too fast for the processing power of my computer, and that makes me sad. Alright, Shrimp Man. Oh, actually, we're doing okay. Let me get that sweet 40. All the shrimp bits and the trim are all 40. Trim, shrimp, trim, trim, trim. Oh, trim, shrimp, 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 shrimp. And his little feets. Oops, actually also this too. Oh my lord. I'm too fast. I got too many Photoshop documents open, y'all. I told you. I told you it was gonna happen. As I add more layers, it gets angy. They need a little bit of like a cast shadow, I feel like, otherwise it looks weird. If I catch that. Oh, I cannot forget this either. It looks like actually this is about the right size, so I think I can successfully close this one. So that's okay. I love how this servant has to just ignore the fact that this dude is literally just like on fire. He's like, that's interesting. I'm not paid enough for this. I'm not paid enough to care. Like, I don't have time for this shit. I'm getting paid like $13 an hour. And the minimum wage should be like $30 an hour. I went to business school. I got student debt. Or no, wait, he's a software engineer. I went to computer science school. I got debt. Oh, I was like, what in the hell is that layer? I understand. I know what it is now. I remembered. Alright. So let's actually think about, too, the background. A lot of the furniture is going to be this dark wood. I don't know which wood type it is. I think it's mahogany, if I had to guess, but it's like really fancy-ass wood. Alright, that's good enough. The trim is also that color. Oh, also let's go like that. Also, the shrimp is this. Oh, there's our 1 bot per stream. Oh, I forgot this. Okay, so I imagine that that's going to be the next color up. That's 60. I'll do the rug, the shrimp, and the trim. This, that. Hope I forgot 1 piece of shrimp armor. Not the shrimp armor. Was this because of a hole? It was. Look at that. Annoying. Oh, I missed just a touch of lines on Alping. Right here. All right, let's see now. Okay, that's what I thought. The dragons are fundamentally distinct from both demons and Buddhist magic at the same time, so this guy's horns would be neither blue nor gold. So that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, I forgot his shrimpy head, too. I understand. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out... More crew. Oh, jade. You know, I could just throw in some jade. That could be kind of cool, actually. Because I would really like to make it clear to people that it's like, this is, you know, this is actually the wrong color. I'm not really sure what just happened to me here. So, I might, actually I'm a fool. I might do that, which means I need to open up my color pal and put down another color for Jade Magic, which I think, or Dragon Magic, it'll be the Dragon Magic color TM. And I think that that's how I'm gonna handle that. Because that makes the most sense to me, I think. Oh, there's like a gap somewhere over there. I'll fix that in a second. I done fucked up. Oh, there's also a gap over there too. I love Chinese style windows, but like the boxes, I have to do so much clicking. I gotta click forever. Click all the things. All right. Now let me fix up some of the issues here. I see this gap, and then we need to fix this gap, and then I can go in here and select this, and then go like this. I don't actually like it on that thing. I am going to outline this guy's head though. Halo that up so that way we have some visual interest here. Oh, and the T-set also needs to be white. Yeah, this makes sense. Because I'm like, there's no way that I can just leave all being like just... Oh, does that mean I need to change the color? It does. I'm going to change the color on his horns, actually, and then we'll resave this out as our option. That'll be fine. So let me save this. We're going to do a couple of tweaks here. A couple of things I have to do. That's okay. Okay. So now first, we're going to open up the color pal. Yes, I'm fine. My brain just short-circuited, just in case anybody was wondering. Because that's my magic colors. And now I need, like... Let me see if I can get the hex code for Jade. Or Azure. What is that color? Oh, it is. That is blue. I'm going to go with Jade. Alright. What is the hex code for this bastard? It is... Let's see. All I'm learning is that people view different colors very, very differently. So that's going to be That's going to be our dragon color. So that means that over here, I need to do this. Pop that in. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And then hopefully people will slowly understand reading the comic. They'll be able to make the associations. Also, I realized I missed this because I don't get notifications over on my OBS for this. But thanks so much to Michael Jackson Fan 2009 for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate that. We're kind of like getting up there over on YouTube. It's kind of crazy, actually. Not gonna lie. Do I want to have him glow? I don't think I'm going to have them glow unless they're, like, actively, like, using magic, because otherwise that's going to start to get really obnoxious. I wonder if I moved Wukong. Hold on, I'm gonna do something funny here. What if I just... What if I just moved him over here? And what if I just put him up here? I think I'm gonna add some more bubbles. Sorry, I recognize this is definitely not at all what I need. I'm just gonna kinda... give him some bubbles. Yeah, alright, that's better. I like that composition more. That'll be more effective. Okay, now let's go back to whatever the hell was going on over here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sure. All right, so step one, we're going to actually... This page didn't have any dialogue on it at all, I don't think. It did not. So I'm going to actually add in some dialogue. And because the people, if they don't know where he is, are going to be really fucking confused. So I'm just going to go ahead and give the audience who may be not as familiar with Wukong or his history a little bit of context. So we're going to go with this. Yes, indeed. Hello. Wrong layer. Not levels, thanks, though. Hello? This is one hella big bubble. Oh, wait, actually. I'm gonna actually probably shrink this booble down even. We don't even need it that big. It's gonna be a little bit of an orphan, but that's all right. Can I? I can use the same command. Oh my god. When Photoshop sometimes does what it's supposed to do, Adobe had one job and they fucking did it. Wow. That just saved my life. That's crazy. Wow. I need something that's effectively almost above, which is going to be this. I just wish that I could, like, get lost in my... Oh, actually, this is not it. In my art again, I miss that. I don't want a hyphen. Okay. God, this window is really creating the tangent from hell. Okay. I feel like, for the sake of rhythm, I'm going to have one text bubble under here, flip vertical. Actually, we're gonna flip it back the other direction. Okay, that'll work. All right, we're gonna grab this. Gonna grab all of this. Okay, this is one hell of a page. Oh my god. Crazy. Wow, one hell of a page. Photoshop is like, bro, there are so many layers. I'm like, I'm sorry. Oh, actually, I knew this was gonna happen. I saw it. I felt it in my butt. There are so many layers. I have created hell. All right, sorry, my brain is I'm actively having a crash out. You know, just normal people stuff. Normal people stuff that happens every once in a while. I think my brain can only handle so much information, and it has officially decided that it has tapped out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm good. Actually, I'm just going to need to redo the tail on this because that's not going to work. Actually, just kidding. That doesn't work either. I'm full of lies. I wish I didn't have to grade anybody's homework today. Oh my god. I wish I could just tap out. That would be so awesome. Truly would be exceptional. I don't know what I would do. Probably play like Tomodachi Life or something. I think that sounds like that would be pretty cool. Oh my god, Chips knew! We were on the same wavelength. We were experiencing synchronicity. There's just something about watching the little guys run around that's like, they have whimsy. They have a carefree life. I wonder what that's like. And then you can just kind of live vicariously through them. And you just kind of can, you know. I think that's probably okay, I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like a peaceful time. Okay, so here's this page. This is probably one of the craziest. This one gets the "this is the craziest page I've worked on so far" award. 293. I see what you did. In terms of backgrounds, this is pretty insane. I wish I could go sit. I wish I could feel like the way that the talk box sound makes me feel. I wish I could just like sit in that. Okay, so let me go now really quickly. Oh, it's actually 2. Remember when I was like, if I get done early, that was a pipe dream. That was a fool's dream. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to, though, fix this first page here really quick before I feel like I forget that that was what I was going to do. So let me go in here. We're going to go click on this. Oh my lord. Oh, that was easy. Yeah, and that looks great, actually. This looks really beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. It definitely gives him nice contrasting presence. And it also gives me an excuse to have him stand out in color on the page. So we're going to open that page up. This one. And then we're going to go image size. And then we're going to go, this needs to be 900 pixels wide. Exactly. Or 940? Oh god, I think it's 940. Just kidding. That is the max width for Tapas. Your data, I downloaded your sins. Yeah, cool. I like that. I like that change. It was a quick and easy change, nothing crazy. So, makes that easy. And I'm going to go now. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new page. I got to go and unfortunately suffer and scream and do all of the work that I don't want to do. But thank you so much for everybody hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Thanks again to Michael Jackson Fan 2009 for the sub over on YouTube. You are awesome. And yeah, I appreciate you all so much. I will see you tomorrow, and I hope that you have a good rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.